Are you the sort of person who replays one sentence, rebuilds the argument, then invents three better endings before you can sleep? You rewrite what you should have said, rehearse what they might say next, and keep searching for one final detail that settles it. This probably is not because you are dramatic, obsessive, or incapable of moving on. Your mind is treating something unfinished like unfinished business. It may not really be trying to understand the conversation. It may be trying to regain control over how that moment made you feel. The more uncertain, embarrassing, or identity-threatening it felt, the more your mind keeps working as though effort can still change the outcome. And here's the mad part. Every new version feels briefly useful, yet each one proves to your mind that the issue still needs solving. You tell yourself you're just thinking it through, but 11:30 arrives and you are still editing a conversation nobody else is having. If the goal were clarity, the loop would stop when the facts ran out. Instead, it keeps producing possibilities because certainty never actually arrives. You want the replay to close the event, but the replay keeps reopening it, so control becomes the exact thing that leaves you stuck. That is why the loop spreads beyond one awkward exchange. It becomes a private system for handling anything that feels unresolved, exposed, or irreversible. At work, one vague message from your manager becomes 6 possible criticisms, so you prepare replies for problems that have not properly happened yet. In close relationships, you replay their tone, rewrite your answer, and quietly test imagined futures because being misunderstood feels more dangerous than asking directly. Alone at home, you build the perfect version of the conversation. Feel relief for 30 seconds. Then notice one more detail that lands wrong. With friends, you seem completely present, yet part of you is still rewriting yesterday because the room moved on before your mind was ready. Underneath all of it, the calculation is constant. Which sentence would protect your dignity, preserve the relationship, and prevent the worst interpretation from becoming true? So you call yourself an overthinker, indecisive, a bit much, or someone who cannot let things go without making every small uncertainty feel harder. Those labels turn a learned attempt at control into personality, which means you criticize the loop instead of asking what uncertainty is pressing on. If one text genuinely required this much analysis, fair enough, but a full internal courtroom over sure, no worries, is probably doing something else. Look, some conversations really are confusing, and some people are difficult. That still does not explain why your mind keeps arguing after the evidence ends. The pattern makes more sense when you ask what being wrong, misread, embarrassed, or unable to fix the outcome may once have cost you. For some people, this begins before they have words for it at all. When ordinary mistakes, silence, or changes in someone's mood carry consequences that feel strangely disproportionate, personal, and lasting. Maybe adults were unpredictable, approval shifted quickly, or one badly judged sentence changed the atmosphere. So closely reading every detail became safer than relaxing fully, trusting yourself, and being surprised. You adapted by studying tone, rehearsing answers, spotting risks early, and keeping several versions ready so you were less likely to be caught off guard, corrected, or left emotionally exposed. That preparation sometimes worked. Conflict ended faster. Embarrassment was avoided, or you felt briefly more capable. So your mind learned that extra thinking could protect you from consequences and regret. After enough repetitions, the search for the perfect explanation stopped feeling optional and became the rule your body expected whenever uncertainty refused to close neatly on its own without your help. That pattern is called rumination, repeated thinking that feels like problem solving but keeps circling the same material without producing a decision, useful action, or genuine sense of resolution. It is like a browser tab still running after the page is closed, quietly using energy because nobody told the system the task was already properly finished long ago. Then someone sends, "Can we talk later?" makes an odd face or pauses before replying, and the present offers one ordinary piece of uncertainty for you to carry. The older lesson hears danger, exposure, or an outcome you might not be able to correct, so it immediately starts writing conversations before reality even gets its turn. You are not creating imaginary conversations because you love drama. You learned to rehearse every possible ending to prevent being powerless, and the rehearsal now keeps power out of reach.